Hey, so here's the thing. Apparently people got kind of upset that I used WD-40 on Hurricane. So it's a video before this one or the one before this one. I was troubleshooting Hurricane. I thought it was a belt thing, but it appeared to be where one of the Ferris wheels, the shaft that goes through it, got kind of gummy. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try this, and I put a little WD-40, just little drips in that back one as an experiment to see, okay, is that going to loosen up and get it going? And sure enough, it did, and that was the problem. So that allowed me to kind of move forward. I don't have to worry about the belt stuff, and the problem that I thought it was. And then a day or two later, I took the Ferris wheels off. I cleaned it all up. I cleaned the WD-40 off, and I put I put a Teflon lubricant on there, and now it's working just fine. But here's another thing. I've actually found I use WD-40 on stepper motors a lot. Okay, everybody's leaving comments. What are you crazy coming all up? Here's the thing though. In this environment where I've got a bunch of EM machines, if a stepper motor during the day starts to clog up and starts to have issues, I can take a little WD-40, I can go bloop bloop and put a couple of little blobs in on the stepper itself. And then that machine will pretty much work for the rest of the day. And then when I come in the morning, I can go to the stepper, I can take it apart. The WD-40 has kind of helped break down the gunky oils and some of the corrosion and some of the other crap that was in there. And I found it's actually easier than taking the stepper motor apart and kind of manually scrubbing it. I did a video not too long ago where I took apart a stepper and cleaned it all up with naphtha and stuff. And I still do that, but it seems like the WD-40 kind of helps dislodge a whole lot of stuff, and it cleans the corrosion off of there, and it works really well for that. I use it to polish my ICBMs and my Titan missiles too. It's great for that. But for a stepper, I don't see any problem with putting a little bit on there, running the stepper for a little while. That kind of lubricates it and cleans it all off. And then, you know, a day or two later, then you take it apart and you clean it properly and lubricate it properly. So that's, I did say in the video where I was doing Hurricane, I kind of don't like doing this because I wasn't sure of my schedule and when I could actually get in there and take it apart and clean it properly, because I had never taken those apart, so I didn't know if I had to drop the whole thing or if I could get to it from the top. And it's a little of this and a little of that. One you could take out, the bigger one you could take out from the top, and the smaller one in the back that I was having problems, you got to drop the assembly to get the thing out of there. So it was just sort of it was an experiment. It worked fine. Hurricane worked actually perfectly fine the rest of the day, and everything was happy. So yeah, that's the thing. Let's see, what else is going on in here? Supersonic ate itself today. That was fun. I was standing here going, you smell something? And it was the coil that fires the stepper for one of the advances for, I think for the London bonus, the London advance. There's basically in there under the playfield, there's a stepper and a wheel, and it actually looks like a squirrel reel. And it's basically the same mechanism, more or less. And that's what they use to advance. And the wheel itself doesn't have any, there's no markings on it, but it obviously came, I think it's probably the same squirrel reel that's in the back class. Yeah, so that ate itself. Like, you smell that burning? Crap. I knew it was coming from over here, so I started opening coin doors and doing the sniff test, and I got to that one, and a little bit of smoke came out. So we'll see how much damage. I didn't work on it today because we had people in, and the little bit I looked at it, I couldn't really touch it because it was so hot. But a useful tip, I found which coil it was with my little FLIR camera. I just I grabbed the FLIR right away. I turned it off, grabbed the FLIR, went and started poking around, pointing it at stuff, and this thing was just glowing red hot. That's how I found it really quickly. So yeah, I probably could have found it anyway if I just looked at all the coils, because it's pretty well cooked. Legends of Valhalla is in. It's getting a lot of love. People really like that machine, so I'm happy that I made that choice. I have a couple machines to buy in the works, not new ones, some older ones. I'm talking with a guy right now. They look promising. I'm not going to say anything more about what titles they are, but they're two classics for me. They're two classics. They're really fun machines, both. So hopefully that all works out. And then I was talking to someone else about a racer for the other side over there, where I've got the video arcades. Kind of a goofy racing game. I don't have any racers over there right now, so that will be kind of fun. Anyway, so I think that's the video. I just wanted to say, yeah, I use WD-40. What of it? It's fine to use. Like, don't freak out about it. It's okay to use as long as you have a plan. And the plan being, use it, give it a day or two to soak, and then wipe the stuff and clean it all off. But it really does help get a lot of the gunk and some of the stuff that was built up in there and some of the corrosion and rust. It works really well for that. But just, it's not a lubricant, so don't use it like a lubricant. Anyway, I think that's all I had to say. Yeah, that's all I had to say. All right. See ya.